the realest in this dope game.
It's week 15 of the 2022 season, and we'll see the versatile Deebo Samuel.
The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started. And off we go from Seattle. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they'll send out at quarterback from San Diego, Reed Sinnett.
Brandon, I know he isn't at the status of some of the elite names in this league, but I do know he's an absolute fighter because he's heard all the criticisms. He's read the articles that say he isn't good enough to be the starter, and he absolutely does not care. All he wants to do is prove every doubter wrong and show that he belongs in this spot.
Throwing is Sinnett. And his first look is incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Sinnett. And he finds Penny. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Here's Sinnett to throw. Incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. And here's Trey Lance leading this 49er offense onto the field. Some very big expectations for the second-year signal caller.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10, right at the 30. Throwing now is Lance. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. To throw, it's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he is going to lose yardage here. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Lance to throw it. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
First down, here's Mitchell. keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Lance. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, this is a crew. They've come out flat their last 2 games, both losses, but just judging by the energy level, they look different here early, and that touchdown shows how.
Yeah, it seems to me that touchdown gets them off the treadmill. Because, you know, you've been on the treadmill. I've seen you work out. You go forever and ever, and it tells you you've gone somewhere, but you really have. You're in the same spot. They've exchanged it for an escalator. Still got some hills to climb, but they can get there.
These are good analogies. I run outside sometimes, though. You know, get some fresh air, a little sun on your face.
A little wind in there.
Yeah, that's right. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Seahawks at 4-9 now on the year, and they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Shotgun now for Lance. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Give running right is Mitchell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Here's Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And partner, I'm going to make a quick pivot here and ask you to play general manager. It's well documented they're last in the league in offense, number 32. What changes might they make?
And this is where you have to be almost like a chess master as a general manager, because you have a few things at your disposal that you need to use. Obviously the draft, free agency, maybe you can make some trades, but also look at your practice squad. Have you been grooming players to promote and give them an opportunity to play as well? That way you start to supplement as well as replace guys that need it.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Lance in the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Another run with Mitchell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that third down snap.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking sideline, incomplete. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. To throw again on second down. Lance, screen play, setting it up for Mitchell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a third down coming up. Working from the gun, Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, it's Lance. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. And Lance going to throw. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. And Lance now to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. Lance and Kittle in sync for the 49er first.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Lance looking to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Boye Mafe in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Lance. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Returnable for Lockett. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. a play fake here on first down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing is Sinnett. Open man is hard. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Here's Sinnett to throw. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is third down. Now Sinnett. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's Samuel. Caught left side. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Throwing on first down is Lance. His throw incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
From midfield, here's Lance. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. The 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Lance. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Well, remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Lance now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. They run over center with Mitchell. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers go up by 2 touchdowns. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
And to be honest, this first half hasn't been anything they'd be really proud about. So they needed something like this to change their fortunes. Now they need to make sure they finish this one off, not just with points, but with a touchdown.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards remain on 2nd down. Ball on the 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Seahawks. Colby Parkinson, his first touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are back within a score.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it all culminates with a Seattle score. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Lance. Over the middle, and he's got Gray. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by McLeod. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw, it's Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This Seattle defense, they haven't broken yet. Coming up here on a 3rd and goal situation. Here's Lance. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it's Deebo Samuel who caps things with a touchdown reception. This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And some room to maneuver. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with a visiting fourth. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have 2 touchdown catches. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
48 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, they go back to Mitchell. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Right back to Mitchell here. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete. So good coverage there defensively as it looks like they'll force a punt on this opening drive of the 3rd.
Well, let's coach them up a little bit from right here in the booth. That's exactly what they needed to do. They need to start stringing together some stops, turning the ball over back to their offense, and trying to get back into this game.
Yeah, a couple scores down, but they can eat into that quickly with a nice drive here on the other side. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the 3rd.
Their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Throwing is Sinet.
That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Here's Sinet to throw.
This complete to Lockett. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Now Sinet.
And he rifles one incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
They'll try for the first with Walker. It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
10 yards and a Seattle first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 20-yard line. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do, but that's a big swing of momentum right there.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
And his throw here's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. He finds Kittle going across the field.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 44-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Try the right side with Mitchell.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
A little juke, and he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A handoff from Mitchell running left. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. On second down and 4. Lance. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you had an offense working with a comfortable 2-score lead here in the third quarter and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game. What you'd rather do, put up signs that say, roads closed.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Lance now on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Play action, now it's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. Smith catches left side. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Back to throw again. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a first down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Now he dumps this off over the middle. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's caught. Lockett. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.
Jeff Smith.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
Deebo Samuel and the 49ers back in possession here.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose.
And the Seahawks have picked it up.
Partner, that would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
They trail by 2 scores in the 4th, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Well, time to see what this offense has left in the tank.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now back to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's caught. And he's brought down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Walker will take this into the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown.
They go high formation. Fullback leads the way for the touchdown. Sort of a lost art, isn't it?
It really is, but sometimes when you're able to bring it back and use it against other teams, they're not prepared for it. They haven't seen it in a while, and now you gain an advantage, and we just saw that advantage result in a touchdown.
Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from the rookie, Kenneth Walker.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Now Lance.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
91 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock.
He's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 36 yards on the play.
And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now on the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
1st down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So a big kick coming for Robbie Gould. This to make it a 2-score game. The kick by Gould is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Sinnett.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Sinnett to throw.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
Gold to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Sinnett.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Back to throw now on 1st down.
Open man is hard. It's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They're going to look to throw.
And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle.
8 yards on the touchdown pass.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Well, this was a